before today's video starts, please go down and subscribe. All right, guys, so as you can tell, this is not my car, but actually it is my car. This is just not the gold car. I just picked this car up for 800 bucks. Obviously, it's not the most perfect car. The bumper's all fucked up in the front, and in the back has a spot on the corner where it's messed up. But picked the car up. It's a V6 car. It's got the dreaded 4.0 timing chain guide failure. So we'll be pulling the motor out of this. This will not be a build. This will not get an LS swap. This will not get anything crazy. This is just going to be a new, basically usable daily other than my Gen 2. I need to keep miles off the Gen 2 because I'll be trading that in for like a C7 Z06 is what I'm looking at, or GTR, or a ZL1 Camaro. So this will be kind of like a pit vehicle to, you know, do some commuting when I don't want to put miles on that thing. Well, let's talk about this. So, like I said, this has the dreaded timing chain guide failure. So, chain guides, they fail on these things all the time. This thing has 165,000 miles. It is actually pretty nice for what it is. Someone did some body work on this quarter. It's not really good, but you can't tell if you dip the car. Obviously, you won't be able to tell. Back bumper, obviously, it must have gotten hit here because the corner's out. So, I can pop that back in, and I won't even care about the paint on this. The car will end up getting dipped, so I'm not even worried about that. These hockey stripe things, yeah, these things are gay as fuck. If you don't have a Boss 302, you shouldn't have them. End of story. Don't fight me in the comments. That is just your problem. Those things are gay.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Sorry. This hash mark shit, also gay. This is the only thing that I think I really like on the car. Honestly, besides that and the green, I kind of like it. Those hood scoops are pretty nice. Those little vents, I like them. I think they could have been moved farther back, but besides that, whoever did them, they actually did them in the right spot, and they're, you know, straight, so I can't complain. All right, so you can see I already started tearing all this stuff apart. It's really easy. Obviously, I had a 4.0 car. I went pretty quick on my little 4.0 car. Obviously, I beat the piss out of it, spraying it with nitrous basically every weekend at the racetrack, and it still held up and had like 160, 170 on it. Stock motor, stock trans, stock drive shaft. Yeah, stock drive shaft, stock transmission, all that shit. But, as you can see, this chain guide is gone. There's a piece of it there. When I opened up the valve covers, this chain was literally off of that cam sprocket back there. So, on these 4.0 motors, you got one back here, and then you got one on that side in the front. And then there's a cam gear in the middle that goes from the bottom to the center, and then it comes over here. It's a bunch of bullshit, honestly. The 4.0 was built really stupid, but for what I used it for, bitch was a tank. Got everything done. Caps off, obviously, to bleed off the coolant, just get the air out of the system. All the plugs are in, exhaust is done, fluids in, nothing's leaking. Cross your fingers.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Alright guys, so as you heard with the tick, I have no idea what it is. There were so many ideas, I just couldn't come down to a conclusion. As you can see, there's a lot of these rocker arms. They're loose. I don't know if the lifters are trashed in this motor, but on this side I have noticed that the camshaft moves back and forth. left to right. So if I use my buddy right here and I tap this cam, we hold it nice and steady. Yeah, that ain't supposed to do that. So I have double checked the cam torque spec and all that on those cam caps. They are perfect. I have double checked timing. It is perfect. Now I had a misfire on cylinder 1 and 2, diagnosed it, coil pack, spark plugs, wires. None of that fixed it. So also double check timing because I did not know that I was supposed to fill these with oil before install, get all the air out of them. So make sure when you guys do 4.0 timing chains that you take your tensioners, put them in a bucket of oil, squeeze them a bunch of times, you know, do that, because I thought that's what my tick was. And it ended up not being that, because once I did these and I did lock the cams, vice grip, made sure they didn't move, anything like that, I pulled out these individually, one at a time. I pulled them out, submerged them, made sure I got oil into them, filled them up, put them back in, and then went to restart the car. The ticking was still there. Now, another thing was the car did not want to run at all after that. So I have no idea what it is, but as you can see, this cam is wiped out. That cam moves a little bit, but all of the rocker arms on both sides, they all move. I don't know what it is. If all the lifters and everything are wiped out, oil. The car ran for about an hour or two, didn't overheat. I just had that ticking noise. I drove the car out, and then basically I tore the valve covers off the next day, pulled the tensioners out, filled them with oil, stuck them back in there. Damn thing never wanted to run again. So I had to come back out. So I have 2 of these cars now. I'm going to end up with a 3rd one. So I'm going to go pick up a black one. It has a good motor and transmission in it. The underside of it is shot, but the body of it is good. It has a good 4.0, good automatic transmission. And I'll take the motor from that, shove it in the green car, because this will be a spare daily. And then basically the black good interior that's in that car, I will probably put in this car. So it all works out, I guess, in the end. It's going to cost me a couple $100 more. I spent half of the amount I spent on the entire car in this motor, buying an oil pan because the original had a crack in it, gaskets, time, energy, bullshit. Basically nothing I'm going to be able to get back. So I'm going to go get this black car and drop everything out of that one, shove it in the green car, get that car running good, and then steal all the interior from it and probably put it in this car. I'm not going to put everything back, but I'm going to put the dash in and do it a little nicer this time, now that this car is, you know, as good as it can be. This is the perfect street car, basically. I'm not going to LS swap the green car. The black car, depending on how bad the underside is on it, I will take it and maybe we can make it like a 2 chassis car or something like that. If the shell is good, I'll keep the shell. If the underbody is so gone, it'll become something later on down the road, or I'll just scrap it and just steal every part I want off of it before, you know, doing whatever else with it. So I do not want to build another car. So do not go in the comments and say, oh, drop another LS in there. No, I do not want to do that. I'm not going to keep the green car forever. So I want to make sure that it's going to be running good, well, you know, rounded. And I just need a spare daily so I keep the miles off my other car. Until then, basically, let's go get another 4.0. We'll drop it in there. It'll be a nice, fun daily, basically. And then we'll see what we do with the black one. I'll get some more content out of this new old black car to throw into this car. And you guys will see me go back, redo some of the interior, because the interior in that car is not the greatest. Honestly, it's all an originally gray and black half dash interior. And I spray painted all that stuff black. So it doesn't look the best. And the green car has a nice tan interior, so that car doesn't need it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm not the happiest about it, but shit happens. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, go down, like, comment, and subscribe.